Welcome to the Midfield Podcast, episode 7. Today we're talking GOATs. We're talking the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. Dude, I was hoping you would do that, actually. But if you haven't heard, after almost a 10-year absence and a successful career at Real Madrid, a short stint at Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo has rejoined Manchester United, where he played from 2003 to 2009, where he won the Champions League and an assortment of other trophies. Arrived as a wonder kid, or wonderkind, as they say in Ted Lasso, and returns a GOAT. With what seemed to be an already crazy transfer market, probably the craziest of all time, with Messi going to PSG, Ramos going to PSG, a ton of people going to PSG. You have Camavinga to Real Madrid, Saul to Chelsea. Some of the craziest moves, right? Did you really think? There you go, Griezmann back to Athletic. Did you really think this was going to happen? Did you really think the icing on the cake would be Ronaldo back where he started? Marco?
Well, I think it was the beginning of last week that we're talking about him going to Manchester City. Yeah. Which, at first I thought he was betraying, Manchester United. I mean, that's, rivals, direct rivals. They hate each other. Half the city's red, half the city's blue. So I personally, I did not like that move when if he would have made that move to Manchester City, I would have, not liked that at all. But I'm happy he's back back at United. Hopefully they can, he can elevate them.
Yeah. Julian, what were your first impressions? Like when you first heard the news?
Well, like Marco said, I heard that he was going to Manchester City, and I was surprised because he actually left Juventus knowing that he wasn't even joining Manchester City, or the Manchester City contract wasn't even signed, or nothing was finalized. But I was just like, why is he joining Manchester City? That's so random. It's just Manchester City doesn't need him. He doesn't really need them. And I wanted him to go back to United. If anything, if he goes back to England, that would make sense. And luckily, that's how the story played out. Now it made more sense. The story has come to a full circle, and I'm happy for Manchester United and Ronaldo.
Yeah, I agree with you. I actually really, I enjoy those types of stories where it's it comes full circle. Like, you started there, prodigal son leaves, prodigal son comes back, and it's it makes it a good story, and it's just that extra icing on the cake for his book, and it'll be really cool. I'm excited for what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited that he went back home, as they say.
Yeah.
What do you guys think we can expect? What's really gonna what do you guys think is gonna happen?
Well, I mean, I'm expecting a lot of goals and a lot of nice goals, a lot of plays. I'm really hoping that Ronaldo brings back that elite class for Manchester United. I hope he brings some leadership and just motivates everybody to put Manchester United back on top. I'm really excited for him and Pogba to get together. That's going to be an interesting matchup. But I'm expecting a lot of greatness from this team, just on the fact that Ronaldo is present on the team. Not only the fact that he's playing, but just present on the team is going to motivate the team tremendously.
Yeah, I get that too. Marco, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I think we've already seen it. We've already seen the younger players posting, their little edits of Ronaldo, nice goals and whatnot with United's jersey. But I mean, I'm expecting that team has been getting formed for a couple of years now, so I'm expecting him to be. Hopefully, he's the missing piece that they need, but but that team, I feel like he has a different identity from what he left when he first left United back in 2000. What was it, 9?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a complete different team. You don't have the building blocks that they used to have before, which was Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Ferdinand, and even
Sir Alex,
right? So it's a whole different team. So he's not coming back to the same situation. So it'll be interesting to see how he gels with the team, with the younger players. We know that he's a pretty good leader. We've seen him with younger players, and we've seen how he plays with young players. So, but it is a hard league too, though. So it's very competitive. It's not like in Italy or in Spain where there's only 2 or 3 teams that he actually needs to worry about. It's we have almost 6 teams that are all fighting for that one spot. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun league.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited more so like on the morale side of things. Like I think he's gonna be that boost that they need for confidence, professionalism. Like he brings that mentality, that winning mentality, and especially for the young kids. Like I see, like you said, like Rashford or Lingard or who else? Sancho posted as well. Like one of them posted a picture with him when they were like little. So he's a role model, and they're definitely going to try to impress him. And he exceeds, not exceeds. What's the word? He expects like the utmost like professionalism and for you to give your best. So hopefully those young guys like Rashford, Greenwood, and those new people, like that they receive that, like they get what he's trying to do, and put their pride aside, not get offended, because he's gonna yell at him and stuff, and he's a tough guy. But I really think he can bring out the best, and hopefully he brings out the even better in Pogba and Fernandes, and I think that could be he's going to be a great addition, and like I said, just for the mentality alone, and
it's also a boost for the fans.
The
fans are going to they're going to go nuts. Well, I think I think he's slated to start September 11th. I think that's when like the main comeback game is supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be an injection. You know what I mean?
Of energy.
An injection of energy. Yeah.
We're all gonna be watching that game. That game is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I was when I heard about it, I was just like, I was like a little kid. Like I'm a Madrid fan, but I don't know. I was just super excited. It's just like everybody loves that good story. At least I do. But do you guys think, that being said, with the boost that he'll be, the energy boost that he will bring, do you think that this team will be good enough to win the Premier League?
I definitely think they'll be good enough to win the Premier League.
On paper, right?
On paper, yeah, they have everything they need to win the Premier League. I don't know if they're actually going to. I hope that they do. That'd be awesome for the whole team, but it's gonna be a struggle. Like Marco said, there's more competitive teams. This league is very competitive, so he'll have to bring his A game every single game and be consistent. But hopefully he brings that with the whole team, and the whole team backs him up with that, and they can probably win it. I hope that they do. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna win it.
You're still going with Liverpool? What did you said Liverpool too, like a couple of months?
Yeah,
episodes ago.
For me, it's between Liverpool and Man City.
Really?
Man City,
not Chelsea at all?
No, dude, Man City is the team to beat, and City and Liverpool are the teams to beat.
Man City is looking strong out the gate, like they never stopped. Liverpool, I watched that Liverpool-Chelsea game. Liverpool struggled against Chelsea, and Chelsea had 10 men, and they were playing at home.
That's true.
Liverpool is not a strong team for me this year. Based on the 3 games, but I don't know. I don't think Liverpool's going to win it.
So tell me real quick, why, Marco? Why don't you think Chelsea will repeat?
Well, Chelsea didn't win the league.
No, I'm sorry.
Chelsea won Champions League.
You're right. We're talking about Champions League. All right. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so why don't you think like?
Yeah, why Chelsea was not going to win it is because it's a long tournament. It's not 8 games. It's not Champions League where you can turn it on for 8 games and not worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You worry about that main Wednesday or Tuesday game, whatever, and not worry about the weekend. And it's a longer league. Teams are more competitive. And stuff happens, dude. Like,
Yeah. No,
the bottom feeders always beat the top ones, and the relegation battle is always aggressive. And that's the main reason that why I don't think Chelsea might win it. But same with United. I don't think they have. I don't think they can keep up for that long.
You don't think their bench is deep enough?
I mean, let's look at the bench. Who do they have? They have Greenwood. He's 6 men, I guess. But who do they?
They got a ton of young kids. Cavani was definitely going to come off the bench.
I heard he was leaving though.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, I didn't hear that either.
I heard he wanted to stick with him.
I hope
he gave up that number 7.
He was linked with Barcelona last I checked. So,
but and then
there's always talk with PSG too. So,
but at this point, right now it's 9:21 on Tuesday night in the United States. The deadline is over.
The deadline's over, yeah.
So he's staying. He's there.
He's staying at least until the winter time. I don't see him leaving. I mean, I hope he doesn't leave. I like Cavani. He's good.
Yeah, but will he fit in? That's the question. We don't know. Like, he's not going to have a real spot unless he definitely comes off the bench. And does he want to come off the bench? Most likely not. But
that's true.
I mean,
he's a great player. Yeah, it's Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo.
That already happened to him.
But that's what I'm saying. He's coming off the bench, and he'll probably want to start. So he'll fight for that starting position, which bring out the whole team to be even better. So
yeah, hopefully.
I mean, on paper, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I really hope that they win, or at least they make a really good competitive games.
Yeah.
Maybe Manchester City might win.
No, I'm gonna go with Manchester United. I'm gonna go with Manchester United. It's tough. I mean, who won 2 years ago? Manchester City
or Liverpool?
No,
Liverpool.
So I mean, I was gonna say it's tough to repeat, at least in the Premier League. And I think
tough.
I think there's just so many good teams that it's gonna be hard. But I think Manchester United has the boost they need to be able to do it.
Look at this. Their next quote unquote big game is October 16th against Leicester City. And Leicester City has a pretty good attack. That's quote unquote the big game. Right.
Who Manchester?
Manchester United. And then you get United Liverpool on October 24th. I mean, you sprinkle some Champions League action here and there right in between, but it's still group stage, so they can bounce back from that. So I mean, they have time to get the team to gel, to get figure out spots, and for that big game against Liverpool, which I think that's going to be a measuring stick to see where they're going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it's a straight up contender. You're fighting for somebody who's fighting for the title. So we'll see.
Who are they playing on September 11th?
They are playing Newcastle.
Okay. Well, that's interesting that a lot of teams have had it kind of like quote unquote easy, and Arsenal has right off the gate they've had back-to-back hard games, and they've lost every single one, and now they don't have time to really like go back to the drawing board. They need to. They're working to fight regulation, and I feel bad for Arsenal. I want them to do well and be elite again, but it's not looking like it's this year.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode of just.
Yeah, it is a whole nother episode.
Just Arsenal.
Yeah, why? Okay, why are you the way you are?
Poor Arsenal, man.
Yeah, I know, man. That's you feel for them a little bit.
You do.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
because they're supposed to be elite, Yeah, exactly. But they're supposed to be elite, like just like Manchester's supposed to be elite, just like Chelsea, Liverpool. Those teams.
It seems like at least in England, you had Man United, at the top of the league for a long time. Liverpool was down. Liverpool comes up, United goes down, and then Arsenal is kind of like fluttering.
Yeah.
Chelsea gets hot, and then they get cold. They get hot, they get cold.
Yeah, Chelsea's
and then
more
cold. You have those Leicester City sprinkles about, and
exactly. And then you get Tottenham, who should win it when everybody sucks, and that they don't win it.
Oh man!
And that's what I'm saying. I think there's teams in the Premier League who they're not scared. They'll go out and even if they lose 2-3-0, they're still gonna go out and try to win the game, which is gonna make it for a great season.
Yeah, for sure. So we touched a little bit on
Wait. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna win?
Yeah. I think they can. I'm not gonna say they will, obviously, because I can't guarantee anything. But for
Put
me,
your money
like,
right now.
what money? No. But look. But when, at least for us, like when Ronaldo was on the field, like, you knew something was gonna happen, especially like like curly haired blonde frosted tips Ronaldo.
Yeah,
you knew something was gonna happen. So
that was 2017.
I know, but I still think he has it in him. He has it in him, and he has the team around him to do it.
That's
like
true.
he has.
We're 5 years removed from that.
Dang,
they lost they lost the league last year. Juventus lost the league. They didn't win it.
Yeah. But he didn't have. I don't think he had the correct team around him to do it.
I think that's mainly why he left.
Their
I think
midfield wasn't on point. Their center backs were nice, and he was nice, and I like Weston McKennie, but he's coming off the bench, right? Who else you got?
They had Chiesa. Chiesa was a big piece for Italy.
Yeah, he's fine. I don't think they were like. Would you say elite? I don't know. I don't think they were. I think it was Ronaldo and a bunch of
random
brothers, random good players. Yeah, but But you know what though? Okay, look. On paper, Manchester United looks really nice, but remember they have Varane on in defense. Great player, dude. Amazing player in Spain, right? But England is a little different. It's a lot quicker. So
it's more balls played up in the air, which he struggles.
Exactly. Where he looked really good and fast in Spain, they might find a weakness in England. Yeah. So I hope, I love him, so I hope he does great. But that might be a little weakness in the defense. At least until he gets adjusted. Yeah, right. Yes. So that's probably the biggest weakness for me. And I still don't know how he's there.
I don't know.
I have dude, it's been like at least 5 years since he's been elite. I don't know. I forgot when he came from Atletico, right?
Bilbao. Yeah, Atletico Bilbao.
Okay, there. Yeah, but like imagine
did he?
No, Atletico Madrid. He was from Madrid, yeah. And I think like it's been a long time since he's been elite, and they still excuse him. I don't know how, but maybe he just comes up when he needs to. I have no idea, but
right. We were going to talk about the lineup that United has, right? I think that's going to be a big point. So if you want to go through the lineup, we can figure out, where where they're better at, their strength and their weaknesses. Yeah. So I think their weakness is on defense.
Yeah, I think
defense
so too.
And in the midfield, like Fred is all right. Fred is not like a top midfielder for me. So that's another weakness. I know Pogba can deliver any pass he wants to, but does he play defense?
I feel like last Sunday or Saturday, it was like they were doing excellent on offense and going up and pressing, but then like one of them would stay too far up and then struggle to get back, and then you had Fred on defense, which was like he was lost, and like that can't happen. So you got to have a balanced midfield, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully they do well.
Yeah, their speed is there. I see the speed in the team.
Yeah. I think they're definitely heavy in speed and heavy up front. In the back, it's a little harder, but they're gonna have to adjust and quick, because Champions League is coming up in September.
That's a whole different tournament, man.
Yeah, and it's a whole different tournament, and they have a pretty tough group. I mean, they're not like, it's not the group of death, but I mean they have Villarreal, Atalanta, and Young Boys, and in Champions League you can't count anybody out. So their first game is against Young Boys, and they gotta
I think that's a good first game for them. I think that's a good first game for them.
Yeah, it should be.
It depends where the game is.
Yeah,
if it's in the away game, if it's in the away game, they're gonna struggle.
Yeah, it's an away game.
I think it's a tough group for them. Villarreal is up and coming. They all of a sudden they just
beat them, didn't they?
They beat United, they beat them.
Yeah, they beat
Manchester United for the Euro Cup, another
Europa League.
Europa League final. So they're a strong contender. Atlanta has been really good the last couple of years. So from Italy, they've been giving a lot of teams struggles. And young boys, I don't really know much about them, but they're in the Champions League, so you can't count them out.
They always kind of get stuck in the group stages, but
yeah, I think Manchester United is going to come out on top in this group. Maybe second, worst case scenario, but
worst case scenario,
yeah. I think
but if they should be aiming for first.
They should aim for first. They should be aiming for first.
They have to be. They have to, yeah. But if they don't, that's going to be huge disappointment.
I mean, Madrid got second place one time they won the Champions League, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times, but
sometimes you want to.
Really, what matters.
You play the field. You play the field. You know what I mean? Who is your? Who? Sometimes you gotta have a better chance going at the second place than at first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that Villarreal game is gonna be pretty good.
I'm excited for that one. I like Villarreal. I like Villarreal.
But yeah, they should come out. They should come out of the group. And then it all depends on what's next. Further down.
Yeah. It really matters. What matters is the next spring 2022. Like
that's what
April's and the Mays.
And I feel like Ronaldo. I feel like Ronaldo's main goal, is to win the Champions League every year. Like, the league is important, but I think like this is his main goal to come to Manchester. That's why he went to Juventus. He wanted to win the Champions League there. And I hope, and I mean, Ronaldo's like the LeBron of soccer. So every team that he goes to, that he wins something. So that's why I'm expecting for him to win something here.
Yeah. I think he'll win something.
Yeah, I think he'll win something.
One of the two. Yeah.
One of
them. Do you think?
Nah.
Marcos.
They'll probably win like. They'll probably win like FA Cup or Carabao Cup. But I don't think they're winning the league or Champions League.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't think he's the boost they need?
I mean, I don't know, because they 2 weeks ago they scored 6 without him.
Yeah. Oh, 6?
Right, to open the league.
It was like
6 goals. Dang, it was 6. I didn't realize.
It was like 4 or something. I forget what it was. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
So so Marco, if he's not the boost that they need, or he's not really even needed there, but what can Manchester do better? Like, what do they need to actually win the Champions League? If not Ronaldo, who's the GOAT, he's Mr. Champions.
Just look at it's not about what they need, it's about who they're facing.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Just if they face Manchester City, I think Manchester City beats.
Yeah.
They take the ball away from them and they beat them. If they play Bayern Munich, same thing. If they play PSG, they're stacked. You know what I mean? So it depends. It depends on how everything falls.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's gonna be a really good season for us football fans. For us fans, because every team is stacked.
Yeah.
It does depend on who they face, and it also depends on how they adapt on the away games and all that stuff if they lose that first game once they make that out of the group stage. But
yeah,
I can never count out Ronaldo, man. I can never count out Ronaldo.
Okay. So here's a good question for you guys. Who has the better chance to win the Champions? Or who has the better chance to win the Champions? Messi's PSG or Ronaldo's Manchester United?
That's a good question, because they're both kind of like at level in the sense.
I think they're pretty even as a team.
Yeah, as a team. That is a very good question, man. I think we just have to wait how each player adapts to the team and how they change the teams. So, I mean, I can't really give an answer right now to that.
No, we need an answer. We need an answer, dude.
I think PSG.
PSG?
They bought that team to win the Champions League.
That's true.
They did. Yeah.
They bought that team to win the Champions League. So
I'm gonna go for Ronaldo, man. I'm gonna go with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He's a natural leader. I mean, PSG bought a soccer team to win the Champions League, but I don't know what their plan is. Like they're just a bunch of really good people.
Win the Champions League.
Just a bunch of really good people to win the Champions League. But I don't know if they have any strategy behind. Yeah, I don't know if they have any strategy.
Get the ball to the forwards and score. I mean,
get the ball to Messi and move out of the way, basically.
Yeah,
yeah. But like, I don't know how sustainable that is. I think Ronaldo will have a more concrete foundation and develop that more. Like with PSG and stuff, they're all really good, and on paper they can win it, but I don't know if they're gonna mesh together. Ronaldo, they might not be able to mesh together at the beginning, but by the time it comes to the semifinals and all that stuff, they'll be ready to play if they make it there.
Yeah, I don't think he will let them lose.
Yeah.
But then again, as far as leadership goes, I think Ronaldo is the one on top. You know, he has the little edge on Messi, but PSG has Sergio Ramos.
I forgot
he's
about
dope. He's a good leader. So I mean, like,
leader.
And he has the experience, probably the same experience that Ronaldo has as far as winning goes, as they did in Real Madrid. But
he knows Ronaldo.
Exactly. But
I mean, Messi. When's the last time Messi won a Champions League? It's been
2015.
a while.
2015.
Yeah. So I mean, they both have there's pros and cons, but I'm gonna go with Ronaldo.
Both of them are gonna win it.
Who's winning?
Yeah.
Who's winning it?
I don't know yet. I have to watch the first round to see who.
All right, we'll wait. That'll be the next episode.
That's what I said. Like, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
Messi just played. Messi just played his first game.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. But so we'll see.
He did fine. He did fine.
He needs to adapt. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
He needs to adapt.
Two farmers. Get out of here, bro. They should be winning every game by 7. No way.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah. What does this mean for? What does Ronaldo going to Manchester United mean for? Is that our mascot?
Yeah,
our mascot. Yeah, Mocha.
Boy, listening to the podcast.
That's Marco's dog, by the way, if you guys saw it. But what does Ronaldo going to Manchester United mean for the other teams in the PL? Should they be scared?
I think it'll just be more motivation to beat them.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think it'll just be more motivation, and it's gonna bring the whole Premier League more attention, more competition. It's gonna be a good league. I think this is gonna be the best league of the year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, I have a question for you guys, because I have an argument with a friend of mine, Wilson De Leon. He listens to the podcast as well, but he always tells me that the Premier League is the best league in the world, and he doesn't think Spain is up there. What do you guys think? Is the Premier League the best league in the world?
I mean, look at the last 5-6 years. The Spanish team has won the Champions League. Spanish team has won the European. What is that? The Europa League.
Europa League.
Yeah, the Europa League. Between Villarreal and Sevilla. I mean, you can argue that Premier League is up there because it's really competitive. You really don't know who's going to win. But when it comes to head-on matches, I would go with the Spanish team. A Spanish team any day will beat any other team in any other league.
Yeah, so that's what I always say. I always say, like, let's say, like, okay, I explain it like this. England they're more even. So you have more teams in the race. It seems like the bottom of the table teams can take on the top of the table teams and give you that surprise,
Right.
and they can keep up. Some teams, right? But I see in Spain, I think that as far as technique goes, the Spanish players are the league is much higher. I feel like in England, it's a back and forth. It's fun. It's definitely the funnest league to watch. But yeah, I always say Spain. But I'm thinking like, okay, with Ronaldo back, maybe Varane and some other big names, Sancho going to Manchester United,
right.
Grealish coming up to a top level team. Does that in fact make the Premier League the best?
It's up there. It's getting up there. Like, I mean, Chelsea just won the Champions League. Liverpool won it, I believe, the year before. So it's looking like there's a good formula for the Premier League to be on top in all levels, to take the throne of the Spanish league. But I mean, we'll see what happens. What happens.
I mean, I think when you say Spain dominates, in the European League, Champions League and Europa League, and the main reason, at least for Champions League, is because you've had a great Madrid, you've had a great Barca, but now that those teams are lacking players, like quality, let's be honest, they've gone down a lot.
Yeah,
I think England might have better teams. I think there's more big names. And if we're talking about of a straight up league against league, England has better teams all around.
Yeah,
they're more. Everybody's on the same kind of I don't want to say the same level, but they're all the competition is very high.
Yeah.
As in Spain, it's not really like that. You have your bottom feeders who are just gonna get rocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you put one of those bottom feeders in England, they're gonna get rocked regardless.
I get you.
So
okay, what if you create a Premier League all-star team?
Create a Super League?
Dude. Come on, man, you're gonna get us canceled.
No, man.
Qatar's gonna come and buy it.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'll pick a Spanish team over an English team, even if it's like a bottom feeder team in Spain.
Yeah, if I'm being biased, I'm gonna pick a Spanish team as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna
pick my Madrid over anybody. But
I mean, Madrid's elite, so it's a little different. If you were to pick so that's why I said Villarreal and
Leganés and
so
Leganés and Aston Villa.
Yeah. Arsenal.
Well, that's different.
Who wins that game?
No, oh man. Well, that was a fun episode, guys. That was episode 7 of the Midfield podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget we're on Spotify and I think we're on Apple and all the major podcasts
podcast platforms.
Follow us on Instagram at the Midfield Podcast and on Twitter at the Midfield Pod. Stay tuned for more episodes. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace.
Peace.